Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Songbird's Nest. My name is Margaret, and this is Songbird's Creations, Crochet, and More. Oh, happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you've got your coffee and a whip, and that you're ready to do a little crochet and chat. And of course, we couldn't do that without our coffee. I've got mine in my special cup. My husband always says, you need to get a bigger cup. I was like, yeah, I know, don't I? That thing holds almost half the coffee pot. Good morning, Tank. Good morning, BB. Good to see you guys. Good morning. Oh, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Tank. That's who I was forgetting. I'm seeing you. Good morning, everybody. Forgot to say good morning to you. So how is everybody today? Are you all ready for the Christmas holiday? No, Lana, do not look for a bigger cup. Good morning, Nifty. No, Lana, I do not need a bigger cup. Seriously, I do not need a bigger cup. God knows. Actually, I do still drink 2 of these during the day. So when I make a pot of coffee, what I do is I use my pour over pot right now because my my coffee machine, our water is so bad. Our coffee machine only works about a year, and then no more coffee machine. And so, and we've got a whole house filter on it, and whatever is in this water, the filter does not take it out. But anyway, so I had bought, the last time our coffee maker went kaput, I had bought a big pour over pot. So every time a coffee maker goes kaput, I just use that until the hubby gets tired of it and goes and buys a new pot. Maybe this time he won't. I keep telling him not to bother because, you know, it's a waste of money for a pot that only lasts for a year. It's kind of crazy. In fact, a few years back, I had bought a really nice Keurig machine. And I mean, it was the one that did the full pot, or you had the choice to do the single serve Keurig pods, whatever. And I had bought permanent, you know, the permanent pods for it so that I wasn't buying the plastic pods that you can get for it. And it lasted just long enough for the warranty to go out. And then it died. So, yeah. No more fancy $100 and some odd Keurig machines for me. Good morning, Julianne. Beth, to answer your question, I finally finished my second enchanted poncho. This is just like the green one that you've seen me wear, only thanks, Lana. It does kind of match, doesn't it? This is just like the green one that you've seen me wear, except this is a little bit lighter weight yarn. I did this with Mandala Ombre in the Happy colorway, which is me and Amber's favorite colorway of ombre, I guess, of the Mandala Ombre. And I did a kind of shell flower border around the bottom of it just to snazz it up a little bit. And yes, it's nice and warm. So between this and the Afghan that I'm working on that's spread all over my lap, I am really warm right now. Plus I have a full length fleece caftan on. So I am toasty at the moment. Bitty stripes, I have not worked with that nifty, and I would love to. One of these days when I start getting a yarn budget back, I will probably buy myself some. I spent all of my previous yarn budget that I had on hand-dyed yarn from Camille, so I have to wait a little while before I can afford to buy any new yarn. Well, I bought hand-dyed yarn from Camille, and then I put in an order when Premier had their big sale. I ordered a couple of yarns from Premier. So yeah, I pretty well blew the money on buying yarn for a while. So yeah, so I'm going to be good and not buy any yarn for a little bit. Good morning, Marty. God, it's so good to see you. It's been ages. I was just thinking about you last night because I hadn't seen you in so long. $7.49 at Walmart. Yeah, maybe eventually I can afford something. Good morning, Zach. Good to see you. Welcome in. Have you been here before? I know I've seen you out and around on the YouTube streets, but oh, so yeah, I've just been sitting here for a few minutes. Started to work on my trio blanket again. I really need to try and get this bad boy done. I've been working really hard on my shawl, my Pop Rocks shawl. So, and I guess that's going to be the name of it since that's what I keep calling it. Yeah, I'm down to, I think I've got 3 rows left before I'll be done with the Well, we are missing you. I know a lot of people have said that they've missed you, Marty, so it'll be nice when you're back with us. Oh, Zach, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, rest up and take your medicine and get better soon. It sucks to have pneumonia and bronchitis, especially at Christmas time. That's not a happy Christmas. My mom had pneumonia one year for Christmas, and oh, she was so miserable. So I got some kind of sad news this week. I know I probably told you all about the house where I grew up in Lansing that was an old peony farm. We had 13 acres of the original property left, and it was all full of peony bushes and other kinds of flowers and all kinds of fruit trees, grapevines, it was just an amazing place to grow up in. We kind of ran wild back on the acreage. So I found out earlier this week that, well, my brother had told me a couple of weeks ago that the house was all boarded up. So, I knew something was going to happen with it. But my brother found out earlier this week that they are going to use it for the fire department to practice on. So basically, they're going to burn it down. So that's kind of a bummer. That was a very old house. The house originally had started from a one-room cabin, and then they basically built the rest of the house on to that one-room cabin. So yeah, so it's kind of sad that that's going to be gone, but unfortunately, that whole area is being built up. It looks so different now from what it looked like when I was a kid. I mean, back when I was a kid, we could run for miles back through the woods, and nowadays it's all been built up with businesses and apartments and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but yes, getting up and moving around when you're having lung problems is very important. It helps keep the stuff in your lungs circulating and moving out of your chest, which is what you really need it to do. Yes, Marty is here. Isn't that awesome, Marianne? And by the way, good morning, Twinny. Good to see you. Yes, I was just telling Marty how much we had all been missing you. What I'm hoping to do, since the property obviously is vacant, before they get in and develop it, I'm hoping maybe I can talk to the lady that owns it and go up and grab some peony bushes from up there. I'm pretty sure I know where all the different colors are, having grown up there. So I could go up and grab myself a little peony garden. Yeah, moving around as much as you're able. You've got bronchitis or pneumonia, either one. It's a good idea to move and keep your body circulating. When you lay down, everything just kind of settles down in your bronchial tubes, and then it takes weeks and weeks to get out of. Baby, it is a little ways from where I am. My brothers both live up there. Well, my brothers and my son, all three, live up there. It's about a 3-hour drive. So it's not too bad. Yep, Tank. When I used to have bad asthma attacks, I would sit on the floor in front of my mom and have her beat on my back. And And she'd always start just, tapping lightly, and I'd have to tell her, no, beat on my back. It really did feel good, actually. You wouldn't think so, but it felt really good. So how are people coming with Christmas stuff? Are you all ready for Christmas? Got your gifts wrapped? Got your gifts done? I actually need to sit down and whip up a couple of hats. Well, 3 hats. I need to make one for each of my brothers and one for my son. I have not done that yet. But seeing that they're not coming down for Christmas, I do have a little bit of a reprieve. Yay, Marianne. Ah, okay. I basically have one gift to wrap up, and that's for my hubby. And that's it as far as Christmas gifts go. Oh, thanks, Marty. Yeah, I was tired of being gray. So first I went, well, the color that I had used was a coral, and it went very pink when it started to fade out. So I decided to cover up the pink with this stuff. This is the brand that I used is Arctic Fox, and this one is called Ritual. So yeah, it gets me back closer to my purple. It's trying to be a little bit sunny outside. I don't know if it's going to make it. Yay, Marianne. 52-inch TV. I don't know if mine is a 52-inch or not. It's big. I ought to sell mine too and bring the other one up out of the basement since we don't use the basement much these days. Well, Anna, that just depends on if you want it to really be a surprise, or it's a hard choice to make to have to be stuck in your room. I think I would just work on it and let him see it. Actually, I have been sneaky like that before and worked on people's presents in front of them and didn't tell them that it was their Christmas present. And then when they got it and opened it up and realized you were sitting there working on that in front of me. Yep, I was. $49. Holy. Less than 2 pounds? Did you do it express or something? That's crazy. They make such a killing at Christmas time. It's not even right. I mean, I know that they have to work harder at Christmas because they've got so many packages to deal with, but they gouge people so bad. Well, Lana, then maybe you'll just have to sit and work on it in front of him. At least that way he knows for sure it's a handmade with love gift. Marianne, does UPS drop off to you? Yep, I've been watching it, Marianne. I got a notification that I had a package coming, so I've been kind of watching it. Kinda, I say. I haven't checked on it in a couple of days, but I did see that it was supposed to be here Monday. Wow. It's crazy that they won't pick up from you, Marianne. You would think if they delivered to you that they would pick up from you. That's just insane. I'll tell you. They just they get people so bad at the holidays. I'd like to be able to mail my sister a gift, but overseas shipping is just absolutely out of this world. Hey. Good morning, Amber. Do you see what I'm wearing? My happy poncho. I finally got it done. And look at the edging I did on it. Yeah, a few people have commented on that, Amber. Yes, it does bring out my hair. Oh, Amber got pounced. Oh, cool, Tank. I have 3 rows left on my Pop Rocks shawl, and one of those will be a beaded row. Oh no, cat mess. Not fun. I think I'm going to have to get another cake of yarn because the row that I do next, I'm almost out of the pink here, the red colorway. So this yarn gets staticky in cold weather. I'm working on my trio blanket right now. But I've been working on my Pop Rocks shawl with the hand-dyed yarn that I got from Camille, one of the hand-dyed yarns I got from Camille. And I'm down to just 3 rows left to finish it up. So, and I have been designing it myself kind of as I've been going, and I did some kind of netted, open work netted sections, and I did the second one and realized when I got that one done that I wasn't going to have enough yarn to finish out the whole rest of the design. So I ended up having to frog all those rows back and just go into the final. It's kind of got a flower design in it. It's got it up and more toward the middle of the shawl, and then the bottom of the shawl will be the same flower design. And yeah, I realized that I wasn't going to have enough to do that whole design, so I ended up having to frog and rework everything that I had frogged, which is always such a thrill. We must have a train going by. Down at the end of my block this way, there is a train track, and I don't really hear the trains because we're in an area where they don't blow the horns normally. About the only time that they blow the horns is like if there's somebody too close to the track, or if it's foggy, something like that, they will blow them. But usually we don't hear the horns. But it rattles my house. So I've got glassware sitting up on top of you can see it up on top of my china cabinet there. Well, all that glassware will rattle. So I can always tell when a train is going by because of that. So is anybody traveling anywhere for Christmas? I was supposed to, but that didn't end up happening. My brother got a new job and decided he really couldn't take the time right now to go down to my dad's. So what we decided is we will probably go down again in the beginning of April for my dad's birthday. So, which is kind of nice because it'll give me a few months to save up a little bit of money to go down. Not that I really need a lot of money. We really don't We really don't do anything special when we go down there, but Marty, when I go down in April, we will have to try and make plans for you and I to get together. I can have my brother bring me over that way. Well, Marianne, that's fine. I'm not going anywhere for Christmas. I'm going to be right here at the house. My hubby was asking me yesterday what my plans were for Christmas, and I was like, nothing. And I don't even think I'm going to do a real fancy dinner. I'm thinking maybe shrimp fajitas and a peach cobbler. That'll be our dinner. One nice thing about going down there in April is that the weather is a little nicer than it is at this time of the year. I mean, it's nice at this time of the year, but by April it'll be starting to warm up some, and going out on the beach won't be quite quite as bad as going out on the beach at this time of the year. It gets a little chilly with that wind coming in off the ocean. So, yeah, there's a couple of people I want to meet up with when I get down that way. Granny D lives down that direction. And then Marty. So mac and cheese and green bean casserole. That actually sounds good, Lana. I'd eat that. In fact, when I was a kid, I hated green beans. Now, I love green beans now, but when I was a kid, I absolutely could not stand green beans, except when we'd go to Grandma's house for the holidays and she would do the green bean casserole. Then I would pile up the green bean casserole. But yeah, I've got a big bag of shrimp up in the freezer, and I think I will save that for fajitas. I'll get up early Christmas morning and make up some fresh tortillas. And waxy, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it definitely is, Lana. Um, I always buy frozen ones because I think they're about the closest to fresh. Good morning, Rebecca. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Are you all ready for the holidays? Rebecca just got pounced. When you recover from being pounced. Ooh, this ball of yarn is getting smaller and smaller. One gift to finish. Yeah, I need to do some cleaning today too. And I think I'll get my little tree up here and put it up. It's a little, just a little, oh, now I can't even think, fiber optic tree. It's about 2.5, 3 feet tall. So it doesn't really, I mean, I do have some little tiny ornaments I can put on it, but I think I'll just put the tree up and call it good. I think I'm going to get the hubby to go out for a ride tonight and go look at Christmas lights. We haven't done that yet this year. We have some nice neighborhoods that we'll do up some really nice displays. So. Shrimp quesadillas would be good. When I was in Tennessee, I used to go to this place called Market Street Brewery. They made really good beer, but they also had very good food. And one of the things that they had was crawdad quesadillas. And that was really good. One thing. Good morning, Tina. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. One thing that I used to love when I would go to Market Street Brewery, they had a vanilla cream ale. So if you've ever drank like the vanilla cream soda, the vanilla cream ale tasted kind of like that, except not real sweet. It had the real nice vanilla flavor to it. And you could sit there and get really drunk without really realizing it. Because they went down so easy. Prime rib and lobster tail, yum. These days, I wouldn't even want to look at the price of prime rib and lobster tail. Yeah, so now that I've got this enchanted poncho done, I've only got one left, one of the enchanted ponchos left to work on. It's the one that I was doing in the yellow kind of variegated yarn that I've got. And I had been working on it, and then I kind of had to stop because I wasn't sure where the yarn was, but I've been trying to get things a little bit organized, and I found the bag that I had that yarn in. So now I can go ahead and get that one finished. And then I'm going to go ahead and frog the sweater scarf that didn't quite work out and make that into a poncho instead. So Chinese buffet, oh man, actually that's a really good idea. I ought to see if my hubby would want to do that. Then we don't have to cook on Christmas. I'll have to ask him about that. Sorry, not sorry. My dad was telling me about a Chinese buffet down by him that's really good. I forget what it was called. Formosa or something like that. But he said it's an excellent Chinese buffet. So I told him when I come down, we'll have to go there. Steak and pierogies. Ooh, that sounds nice. Wow. Okay, y'all. I am at the very end of the row with this color, which is the one that fades into the pink, yellow, and red. And this is the end of my yarn bow. That was cutting it close. Oops. That is really too bad, Marianne. I would miss a Chinese buffet if I didn't have one near me. Of course, I guess if I didn't have one near me, I just wouldn't go quite as often. I'd have to cook my own, right? Yep, I won the yarn chicken. Of course, all I'm going to do is tie another cake on because I'm by no means done with the blanket, just with that cake of yarn. But I didn't have to tie another one on in the middle of the row, which is always nice. Steak and pigeons. I would really love to have lamb for Christmas, but we had lamb for Thanksgiving, so I suppose I can do without it. You'll pass on the pigeons. I have never had pigeon, but I've heard that I've heard that they're pretty good, just very small. Yeah, Marianne, I share those feelings about in-person shopping. I really don't. Yes, pigeon is dark meat. You're right. Which I prefer dark meat to light. So I suppose if I was to need to eat pigeons, I would probably like them. When I lived in Illinois, there was somebody in the neighborhood near me who raised homing pigeons, and they were beautiful. They were so fun to watch them fly because they'd come out and do a sweep of the whole neighborhood. And we were on the third floor of the building that we lived in. So, they were flying by almost on the level that I could stand out on my. No, don't hear a cat purring. Um, Maybe my heater. My heater just turned on. That's the only thing I can think of that would sound maybe like purring. The only other thing making noise in here is my bird. She keeps going over to her feeder, but she doesn't sound like a cat either. If she did, I'd be a little scared. Yeah, I can just imagine this household with the cat added to it. Cat trying to eat the bird, Icy trying to eat the cat. It would be a wild place. My computer? No, my computer isn't making any noise. The fan isn't even on at the moment. The old woman who swallowed a fly, yeah. Um, it would be, except instead of swallowing a fly, it would be me chasing the cat and chasing the dog and uh, being totally worn out at the end of all that. We'd have to write a new song. Yeah, I think it's my furnace that you're hearing. And actually, where I am in the house, the furnace is the loudest because the mechanical room is right below me where the furnace is. So the furnace is a little louder here than anywhere else in the house, except if you're down in the mechanical room. Yeah, dishes. I need to do that today, Marianne. Yuck. My least favorite job. Then I got to figure out what I'm cooking for supper today. Yesterday, I kind of went the easy route and did breakfast for supper. I did um, fried potatoes and sausage and scrambled eggs. Usually I just do a skillet dinner and put all of that together and call it good. And it was pretty good. Maybe I'll do some catfish today to see what the hubby feels like. Yeah, Tina, it was pretty good. It's filling anyway. My hubby doesn't usually complain about breakfast for supper. He's cool with that. He likes French toast real well, except he doesn't eat the syrup on it. Usually, what he'll do is make a sandwich with the sausage, because I'll usually do like brown and served sausage and French toast. And so, what he'll do is make a sandwich with the sausage and the French toast and eat it that way. So, it's very interesting that I ran out of that yellow pink yarn so quickly. That cake must have been several yards short because this blue cake and the green cake, I still have quite a bit left of each one of them. Here's my blue cake. So I probably got at least another row or two with this one. And the green one is pretty much the same size as this. So that yellow cake, or the red and yellow cake, must have been considerably shorter. But yet they're supposed to have the same yardage in all of them. Keep running across hair. It's not dog hair, it's my hair. Good morning, Grammy Rita. Nice to see you. Welcome in. How are you this morning? Dragon Head Dice Bag. Ooh, that sounds cool. After I get off my live, I am going to run down the basement, and I've still got quite a bag of that reflective yarn, which some of you have received some of. But I am going to go down and grab what I've got left of it and whip up hats for my two brothers and my son. Well, you guys, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes because we are just about at an hour. So I'm going to. That's okay, Karen. It happens. But it's good to see you. Nice to see you popping in. I am going to ask that everybody leave a thumbie if you haven't done it already. I would appreciate it. And I'm going to let everybody go and enjoy the rest of your day. Have more coffee. I know I'm going to. I'm going to have to make a fresh pot. So, well, but Beth, I'm glad you were here and lurking and working. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, so I want to tell you all goodbye for today. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same channel, 9:30 a.m. And I hope to see all of you back again tomorrow. And so for the rest of the day, I hope you get to do what you love, be with the people you love, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.